Over the last 9 years, millions have entered the arena with dreams of becoming a champion. Today, 3 of the world's best take this stage, but only one can take the crown. This is the 2025 Clash Royale League World Finals!
Game 1, Clash Royale World Finals 2025, DreamHack Atlanta, underway.
Once again, guys, it is best of 5 duels, so we're gonna start seeing a little bit of weird spells, weird combinations, because it doesn't just matter later in the match, it matters now, saving certain spells. And the crowd erupts with the king. The crowd here in Atlanta is insane.
Yeah, every single time anything happens, they go off, and you just love to see it. Right here, Sub activating the King Tower, and then going in with the Hunter behind. Monk is going to pop its ability on Pedro's end, and now a Monk ability from Sub, but it doesn't really get that much value. Yeah, we're gonna see the rest of the decks soon. Fisherman coming in for Sub. Going to be able to clean that up very nicely with the Fisherman and the guards, but a second shot is going to rain down on the tower from Pedro's RG.
A perfect Electro Spirit to prevent all Royal Giant damage from Pedro, and this is why I mentioned earlier that Pedro is considered the best Royal Giant player at the moment.
And right here, Sub electing to go all in, gets the Evo RG right in front of the Hunter, and so the Evo RG in response, and that Monk ability is brilliant from Pedro. Takes only one shot and the crowd starts to erupt. Pedro does take a slight advantage.
There is the log from Sub. Really good plays by Pedro with the deflection of the Royal Giant. And he continues to get damage as well. I would say that this log could be huge later down the line though.
And here we go, Fisherman against Fisherman. Sub's Fisherman going to put in a lot of work. Hunter is going to be able to get a lot of damage, but the Rage plus the Vines doesn't do enough. And Sub defends it with the skin of his teeth.
Another Royal Giant the Bridge. Pedro pre-placing the Monk in the middle area in order to try to get the RG deflection. We will see it drop now.
And right here, RG not getting enough, doesn't get the second shot, the Monk.
And another Monk set up with the Hunter. We're gonna see another Royal Giant in soon. Pedro trying to control it with the Fisherman.
Wow,
with the deflection on the Wizard! Deflection on the Wizard from the Monk! And that's splashing on a tower!
And right here, Sub, I mean, it wasn't the best start, but so far he has been playing this beautifully. It's just attack, attack, attack. Finally, Pedro has played an RG. It felt like we went 2.5 minutes before we played an RG down.
And Sub's gonna keep up the pressure. Another Evo Royal Giant. Evo Wizards on the board with the Vines. The Vine, will it prevent the Monk ability from dropping? Wait, he does get off. It is deflecting the Wizard. Royal Giant is on the tower. Oh my goodness, Josh.
The Fisherman doesn't yank. The Fisherman doesn't yank. The RG plus the Fireball. Game 1 goes to Sub. Skeleton King gonna walk down the lane. Boss Bandit has been one of those cards that's been very surprising. It's just great how valuable it is. And this Mother Witch is gonna put on work on the right. And if the Boss Bandit doesn't take out the Skeleton King, we could be seeing a GG. Instead, the Boss Bandit does take it out. That could have been incredibly dangerous for Pedro, and no dash from the Boss Bandit.
And I think the card to watch out here, if you're in the crowd, is the Mother Witch. The Mother Witch is going to be huge in this matchup to deal with Skeleton Barrels and the Goblin Gang. Pedro, on the other hand, is going to want to use that Boss Bandit, try and protect those units and dash onto that Mother Witch.
Last card for Pedro should be the Fireball, so it looks like he's just kind of delaying, trying to figure out when he should be using it. But I mean, we've seen the Minion Horde get placed multiple times, Mother Witch as well, and he hasn't used it, so it could be Lightning. There's a couple different things that he could be doing with it.
Vines dropping, Evo Ghost as well, trying to clear this gang. He wants the Mortar connection, but the Mortars take out each other, and the Evo Ghost is controlled masterfully.
Good offensive pressure, didn't overextend. Mother Witch to try and get one of these piggies to go on the map, and Minion Horde over the middle, and a defensive Skeleton Barrel gonna clean up everything beautiful. That Minion Horde is just gone.
And this is exactly how Mohamed Light likes to play. He gets the damage lead, and then he continues to use his Evos even on defense. And I think Pedro's taking a lot of that gameplay from him. I mean, I love the use of the Evo Skeleton Barrel to deal with the Minion Horde. Will the General oh my goodness, the General Jerry barely gets taken out by the E-Wiz.
And right here, just Scar Me plus Skeleton King Larry's in right there. Boss Bandit does clean up pretty nicely. The Mother Witch pressure over the middle, 15 seconds left. This is an all-out assault. If he defends, he wins. If he doesn't, Sub does.
Wait, the Evo Ghost is going towards the tower. Ghoul's on tower.
11.
Mortar's not helping.
He takes the lead.
He takes the lead.
If he
Will
fireballs
Pedro
in
get the
time.
fireball?
If he fireballs in time.
Fireball.
Fireball doesn't get there. Fireball doesn't get there. Sub gets it. Sub gets it.
And we do see Pedro coming out with a rocket. He knows that just defending and dropping one rocket will no longer be enough. But now he's in elixir deficit. Will he be able to defend another onslaught from Sub?
And right here, Sub gonna go in the right lane with the Dark Prince, plus the Rage, plus the Battle Ram, everything coming down the lane. Battle Ram will get caught up by the skeletons from the Skeleton King, and a clean defense from Pedro. He was able to get away with a rocket and just an easy defense.
Another rocket dropping down, tries to hit the Bandit, doesn't get it. And once again, gonna be down 6 elixir. Can he make this defense happen on the biggest of stages?
The minions forcing the Spirit Goblins to do the right side, allowing the Bandit to take out the Goblin Hut. And here we go. Defensive Evo Ice Spirit right lane should be cleaned up real nicely. The Bandit on offense, and there are just so many troops. It's hard to pick out what's even happening.
And Evil Batterim is placed at the bridge. Does he have the snowball and cycle? He does drop it down. 2 Ice Wizards, a Rage from Sub to try to break through, but the delivery drops into everything. And with 10 seconds left, Pedro gets one more rocket off. Sub's pressure was not quite enough.
Royal Ghost for Pedro, and as soon as you see the Royal Ghost, the matchup instantly becomes 60-40 for the player with it. So he has to be feeling good that he was able to survive this long and still have it available to him. Evo Wall Breakers plus Evo Royal Ghost, and here it is, Sub getting very aggressive with the Graveyard, and we see him shake his head. This is why I don't like Graveyard in this meta. There's too many small cards, too many easy defenses. And right here, Pedro has a pretty big advantage. We could see a late Goblin Hit. No, we're going to instead elect to go Ice Wiz plus Bar Barrel. A lot of cards, but you can't really use the poison on top of the troops, so it's okay to bunch. It's not great, but it is okay.
Evo goes Bar Barrel. Sub knows what's in cycle, decides not to go in for that Graveyard, just baiting out the Evo Ghost instead. Big counter push from Pedro, but the Witch plus Ice Wiz cleans up. But the Miner Josh, it's always chipping away. So he's going in for the Graveyard, but the Evo Breakers are perfectly timed in order to basically apply pressure. But the Evo Witch Protection, sorry, I gotta stop.
Yeah, the Evo Witch Protection is a fantastic. Cannon high, trying to take out the Witch, going to target the Skellies instead though. And that's gonna be a defensive poison for Pedro, and it's gonna clean up everything relatively nicely. But this bridge battle is being won by Sub over and over. Only 6 elixir. Pedro in a world of hurt. We finally see the offensive poison. The poison get played, and again another defensive ghost. Skellies line up beautifully. All 3 on the inside of the tower, and all of a sudden, Sub is going to storm into the lead.
Pedro's trying to come back, but the Knight picks up. Will the Wall Breakers be able to connect? No. Barbarian Barrel in cycle, and with 20 seconds left, we see yet another Graveyard Poison from Sub.
Now it's just RNG. Can you have the Skellies hit the tower? We see one Skelly get on the tower, and that's going to be it. 1399, able to protect, not give up any damage. We see the offensive Graveyard. The Miner gets caught.
The Miner gets caught again. The poison is tipping. The Skeleton hits at the end. And Sub wins the Battle of Brazil.
Our next 2 competitors have come so far, and they don't want the journey to end now. First up, he goes out of the frying pan and into the Pharaoh. Welcome back, Pedro! And his opponent is no stranger to the lower bracket. Some might say this is where he belongs. Mohamed Light!
Both players waiting to hit 10 elixir. Pedro again electing to leak. It's really interesting to see how he's playing a lot of these matches, allowing himself to leak.
As Hog plus Guards goes opposite lane, Fishboy going to try to activate King. Guards up high to pull the Guards and distract. Get a King Tower activation, but something needs to get on top of that Firecracker, and Guards, we always say King Tower activated, but at what cost? and this is a massive spend.
Just so smart, so aware. As soon as the monk goes down, there's a reason why Pedro was leaking so much elixir. He knew that he couldn't afford to go in, and he didn't even wait till double. If you're gonna wait that long, you have to continue to wait. Right here though, this counter push can be a little bit deadly. Fisherman gonna yank onto the left side.
One more, does it get one more? And it's
that
done.
last shot.
18-24, 10-33. Usually you don't want to go in the same lane with Hog Rider. Mighty Miner back in cycle, cannon down, Fishboy up high, so not able to pull this Hog. Nothing there for the Hog. Mighty Miner stays alive. That should be tower down. That is tower down. Mo Light takes game number 1. And that is a card we have not seen yet this weekend, I believe, the Demolisher, and that is why we love the best of 5 format.
And just like a lot of Goblin Demolisher decks, he is going to be running Drill. Ghost, I believe, gets a shot on top of the tower, and the opposing Ghost, and it gets the tower down to 27-65. Beautiful Ghost right there. You're allowed 1 or 2, and this could be a pretty scary offensive push. Evo Ghost still not coming alive. Snowball on offense and a good defense from Pedro.
And Evo Skelly's gonna work down the lane. Can't imagine we'll have another Evo Skelly moment, but we're all here for it. Goes high and in the middle with the Miner, hoping the Miner can tank for the right-hand side. But on the right side, the Ghosts are breaking through.
Right there, good E-Spirit. There's one full Ghost, one of the ghouls. Snowball on defense, and he's gonna be able to protect his tower. And right here, Demolisher going to explode on 2 of the minions, offensive poison, and that was an extra shot. I believe that was a Ghost. I believe that was a Goblin. Couldn't exactly tell. And that tower is now down to 1193.
Mo on the left tower, Drill on the right. Pedro trying to make anything happen. Ghost on the right tower of Mo, but Mo is heavily in the lead.
30 seconds left. Needs to figure something out. These E-Spirits are beautiful. Gonna jump across everything, and I mean, I just don't exactly know. There's one minion, but it's not
almost
gonna do
gets
it.
there.
12:45, 13 seconds left. One of the Miners going to town. He's going to be able to get the tower low, needs to defend it. Evo Snowball forced out.
975 bottom left, 911 top right. Pedro now in the lead with 3 seconds remaining.
1
Poison's
second.
in, Poison
He
raised,
gets it.
and Pedro able to come back in the final moments, and that's exactly what he needed to do, AC.
Both players just kind of stalling, waiting, and here's the push from Mohamed Light. And forget stalling, forget waiting, he's going all in.
And Boss Bandit there, E-Wiz to slow, but that ability should get a decent amount of value once again as the Boss Bandit turns around, does not dash to the Doctor, and the Doctor untouched crossing the river, got to spend even more.
And right there, we should see an Ice Wizard come down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A pretty healthy Mortar on the left side, and it's going to force out a defensive Goblin game, but not before he gets 2 shots, and not before it allows Mohamed Light to get aggressive again.
Another Mortar down, Berserker to distract, but should get pulled out of range in just a second. No, it does not. Mortar comes down just in case for Pedro to play some defense. 18-28, 16-28, separated by 200 HP. That Mortar will take the lead on the left-hand side if it's left undefended by Pedro.
Wow, and again, Mohamed Light, forgetting about the Mortar, just going in aggressive with this Goblinstein, and it's going to set himself up for another Evo Mortar on the left, plus Skeleton Barrel.
Evo Mortar almost locks again. Pedro gets his defensive Mortar down just in time.
At this point, Mohamed Light can defend and win out. The Skeleton Barrel does pop. The Ice Wiz does come down too low. 10 seconds
Can he get
left
back to Fireball? Can he get back to Fireball log? Evo Barrel's in. Fireball. Log.
Arrows come down. One of the Skellies. But Mo still wins it. Mo still wins it. One of the
30 HP. 30, 23 HP. An insane nail biter between Mo Light, who now takes the advantage. 2-1.
3 seconds away from overtime, and Mohamed Light just controlling this game entirely. Set himself up so beautifully with this matchup. Skellies do come down. Rocket will get a little bit of value.
There's just no way.
There's just no way. 600 HP separating the 2 players. Another Rocket going to come down. Does it catch the Ice Wiz?
Wow.
It will. And so this Miner is just going to chip away.
AC, it's a little early, but that shot right there from the Rocket may have been the nail in the coffin here for Pedro. 651, 2 Rockets away is Mo Light from another grand finals at CRL World Finals.
Snowball not taking off the shield, so it's going to provide an easy defense for the Dark Prince. Delivery going to come down, 455 HP with the help of the Rocket. You're going to get down to 84.
That's it.
Plus the Dark Prince. It's over.
Mohamed Light, championships under his belt. And now, returning to the grand final stage is the greatest of all time.
Who will be the 2025 Clash Royale League World Champion? Sub Mohamed Light, $200,000 and the title starts now.
Setting up that cannon early, trying to get to the Evo cannon as soon as possible. Evo Firecracker in play already. Nice E-Spirit Plus should clean all this up. An early log! Log, and Mo saw it. I think Sub thought that the Firecracker was gonna pop both of the barrels there because it was the Evo Cracker, and he just misses the log.
That's a pretty big gap to open up. 716 bottom right tower, 2099 on the top left, and we are getting closer and closer to sudden death.
Earthquake in, Skellies to distract, and the Skellies don't distract! The Skellies are out of position! 2 shots in, barrel to tank. Goblins taking for the barrel, Boss Bandit on the left-hand side. Mo Light has blown this wide open.
And now he just sits back, doesn't make a mistake, and rides out these 2 minutes to a Game 1 victory.
First fireball's in. Mo's all smiles right now. Sub doing anything that he can. But this is swimming upstream. Ice skating uphill.
Earthquake trying to break through. Hog's not going to get it. Fireball puts Mo into the winner's column. Game 1 for the Pharaoh. As we get closer and closer to our double elixir time, he sets up with the Goblin Hut.
Sub really needs to make these double barrels, these gob barrel evolutions, cause some damage when you talk about the responses that Mo has. Whether it's just making things played awkwardly by Mo, getting things out of cycle for his offensive pushes.
Evo Snowball takes the Valk back.
And there we go.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was talking about. If you're going to defend that way, you have to have the perfect Fire Spirit jump, and his micro is just not on right now. Still in this fight, has got to lock down his interactions yesterday.
Keep in mind, if it's super tight as we get late, Sub will have to get on tower. Mohamed Light does have direct spell damage.
And Princess stays alive just a little longer than Mo would have liked. Dark Goblin also. And now Princess here to help clean up this Gob Hut. High Valkyrie to block. Beautiful stuff here from Mo. Bomber taken off the board, but does do the job against the Dark Goblin.
Not only does Sub have the lead, but he has both lanes, and that's going to be huge here. Is he can go opposite, but he can also, if he has to, he can win in that right-hand side.
And I love what he's doing with the princesses here, Rich. You know Mo wants to poison the right side, so make these princesses take over the board. Control the board. Protect your princess.
Goblins on the right-hand side take it down to 1280. Mohamed Light in trouble in both lanes. Poison down, gives him the lead, but for how long?
Pressure, pressure, pressure here from Sub. He cannot let Mo get back on offense. Needs to defend.
The
high drill.
The defensive drill. Will it be enough?
That's enough!
Mohamed Light, brilliant in defense, takes a 2-0 lead.
And a bit of a stalemate for Sub.
Yeah, he's got to figure out what can he do to get to the second level. He's again in a situation.
And that Firecracker is going to be devastating here. Does get a shot in. Mighty Miner Bomb goes off as well. And Sub cannot get on offense. Tesla here to block? No. Mighty Miner to kite or distract. Skeleton King looking for it. And a perfect lightning again from Mo. But a shot does get in. Late ability. And that's going to be very little damage. And Mo goes, you almost predicted me, but that one goblin stays alive. And looking for the mortar defensively as Mo goes lightning early. This is a last chance effort here for Sub. He's got to win the game with this push. He's not even going to get to the push. Mo Light trying to break through an ocean of goblins, and still Mo Light's hog gets on tower.
Mo has to get to that lightning. That's a lot on the left-hand side, a lot on the right-hand side.
And going for the block is Sub. Now maybe going to drop goblins in the back. Mo's looking for it, trying to find a spot for that lightning. And there it is. And he gets it! 3 up, 3 down. And he heads right back to get ready for round 2. Grand Finals, 5 games at most. CRL 2025. Will we see the first ever 3-time? Or can Sub take the championship home to Brazil?
And Sub going something fast one more time, and he did not like losing that Dark Goblin so quickly, and there's a mortar connection to open up the game.
I mean, that is already a horrible start for Sub. You talk about not letting the mortar lock on the Skellies. Dark Goblin comes in, it's the closest unit. Mortar goes to the closest unit that's in range, gets on top of the Dark Goblin, that's wasted elixir. Then he has to overspend with the minions, and then Mo gets a connection. Easy fireball there.
And just continue to chip away in both lanes. We talk about the things that Mo does very well. It's early dual lane pressure.
And the interactions with the Boss Bandit definitely going in Mo Light's favor, at least in this instance. 1570, 2084, game one of our upper bracket grand final reset.
And you see with the lead right now, he's comfortable to go defensive mortar and just be the one controlling.
Still trying to figure out what that last card is from Sub. Feeling more and more like it is Lightning.
The last thing that Sub can have happen is to go down 4 in a row.
Dark Goblin gets sniped there. And Sub, once again, just finding an incredibly difficult time breaking through. Maybe he heard us talking about how that other deck doesn't work very well, but this one also really struggling to get on tower. And another mortar down for Sub. 18 seconds remains. He needs that mortar to connect and then some. And there's just absolutely no way as another thing on the right-hand side. Boss Bandit breaks on through. Barrel's going to drop down. Sub, 4 in a row to his opponent. And only 2 lives to give in his 2025 run.
Feels like he's facing off against Thanos. I am inevitable. Lead is, for the moment, for Sub, 27-13 to 26-68. From the top right of your screen down to your bottom left. And now Sub gets aggressive at the bridge.
And hyper aggressive at the bridge. Log plus E-Spirit to clean up the guards. And I was going to say, should get a shot, but there's that Evo Ice Spirit we were talking about. Just so many ways to control this game. The only way to win this is for an Evo Royal Ghost to cause problems on Sub's end. That's what Sub needs to have happen. How can I make the Evo Royal Ghost make Mo spend more than he wants? And Mo goes, I'm very happy to take that tower damage, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we saw him doing that the other day, throwing this rocket on top of the cycled RG in the back. And I like that delivery, going to that inside in the hopes that it would go back and help. Doesn't do it here, gets taken off the board. And now this is what you were talking about. Can the Evo Ghost do a little work? This case, not going to give him much.
And Mo still gets the damage on the RG and the tower from the rocket.
Royal Giant to the right-hand lane. Trying to force expenditure out away from his weak side tower. Evo Ghost goes into the guards, maybe to add pressure in both lanes, cleaned up by the delivery and log.
Mo Light looks more locked in than we've ever seen him before, Rich.
Just a few more moments of defense from Mohamed Light. We see the little smile.
5 in a row. Back to back to back to back to back game wins. You see there his biggest rivals of Sub, Pedro and Mo Light. He was able to deal with one of them today. The other one, giving him a lot harder time. You see the Gob Cage come out and Mo nod. Maybe he is going to the skies.
Yep.
Could also be going Piggies. Could be going Piggies Zappies.
Zap certainly does feel that way. We have seen him run Royal Hogs pretty well, but Zap would be a strange choice.
And Mo going with this very popular bait deck on ladder. We'll see if he's going to rock the Rascals or if he's got a different trick up his sleeve. I like this call from Mo, though, because you know Sub is feeling the pressure, and you have to have your micro interactions absolutely dialed to keep up with this deck that Mo's running, especially when you get to triple.
Obviously, you have to contend with the vines.
Yep.
But if you can keep that flying machine, stack a couple flying machines, start abusing them.
And the Goblins on tower. Evo Zap has to come down defensively there. Zappy's stunning, gonna get a double connection on the left-hand side. And the crowd can feel it. Dark Goblin to snipe, just in range.
And the vines.
And Mo knows. You can see it on his face. Greatness. The spell power. There's no way to deal with the Zappies and with the Dark Goblin. And the barrel goes in. Mo's got his hands on his head.
And what a perfect curse. We're in sudden death overtime. Sub hanging on by a thread.
112 HP separates Mohamed Light from being the first ever 3-time.
Oh my word, wall breaker.
And the Vines comes in cycled on the left-hand side, 36 HP, 1 more Vines.
3 titles!
And here we go. That is going to be it. Vine's hit. Mohamed Light, 3-time world champion.
He's been the best in the game for years, but now it's undisputed. The reigning, back-to-back, 3-time world champion. The Pharaoh's done it again.
Lift it up. Show the world.